Hey gang, welcome to another Fright Friday, and today we are talking about the survival thriller horror film The Shallows, starring Blake Lively. So today I'm going to be talking about this film, uh, synopsis, reception, production, my thoughts on the film, and maybe more? I don't know. Um, If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel and you like content like film reviews, thrifting hauls of VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me the thumbs up if you like this video or my other videos. I appreciate everyone who has liked and supported me so far. So this film, this was in one of my recent hauls. If you saw a few videos back, I got 10 DVDs for $10. So I got this movie for $1. And boy, it was well worth $1. I would have paid more for it, honestly. This movie kind of took me a bit by surprise. So like I said, this is a survival horror thriller from 2016. It was directed by somebody named Jaume Collet-Serra, who also did the House of Wax remake, which, yeah. He also did Orphan, which wasn't too bad. He did Non-Stop with Liam Neeson. And he's apparently doing the new Black Adam superhero movie. I don't really watch superhero movies anymore, but that's what I read online. So, Jaume Collet-Serra. This film stars Blake Lively. There are some other actors in it, but it's basically Blake Lively, a seagull who is nicknamed Steven Seagull in the movie. And there's also a CGI shark. There are some other characters that have real minor appearances in the film, so I didn't really dive too much into that. It's mostly pretty much all Blake Lively. I did not know who Blake Lively was before I watched this film. I heard the name before, but I did not know who that person was. I think they might have been in some TV shows that were popular back in the day, but I did not know who that person was. I think she's a really good actor, and really, really held up in this film. But we'll get to that in a minute. The next thing I want to talk about is the synopsis, and I'm just getting the synopsis on my screen here. So, still reeling from the loss of her mother, medical student Nancy Adams, played by Blake Lively, travels to a secluded beach for some much-needed solace. Despite the danger of surfing alone, Nancy decides to soak up the sun and hit the waves. Suddenly, a great white shark attacks, forcing her to swim to a giant rock for safety. Left injured and stranded 200 yards from shore, the frightened young woman, Blake Lively, must fight for her life as the deadly predator circles her in its feeding ground. So, yeah, it's like, it's kind of when you're watching, maybe I'll save that for later, but it is kind of strange. Like she's very close to the shore. She's very close to a big buoy out in the water that she does eventually get to. I'm not saying what happens in the end, but so it's kind of like this, she's frustratingly close to safety, but the shark just keeps circling around her as she's stranded on this rock. The production took place in 2015 in New South Wales, Australia. A lot of the film was shot in a water tank using blue screens for effect, but honest to God, the CGI in this film is very well done. The shark is well done for a CGI shark. I mean, I think it's really hard to replicate a real animal using computer-generated imagery, but I thought they did a really good job with this. The shark's not in it a lot, okay? Which, much like Steven Spielberg's Jaws, I think it does wonders for the film, because I think if you had seen it too much, it might not be as frightening. In fact, in this film, the shark is entirely CGI. There's no, like, stock footage of sharks swimming around or whatever, so I thought that was kind of an interesting thing, because a lot of these shark movies, you'll see stock footage of sharks swimming around, and then the close-ups will be CGI, but in this, it's all computer generated. The music was done by somebody named Marco Beltrami, who also did soundtracks for the Scream films 1 through 4. He also did the Resident Evil film, Mimic, and like many more. His discography is quite extensive. The budget was $17 million, and it made $119 million at the box office. So it did pretty well. I remember when this came out, like people were talking about it, but I didn't see it, and I just didn't see it. So now I'm doing a little catching up. The film was released theatrically in June of 2016 by Columbia Pictures. It got really good reviews from critics, many praising Blake Lively's performance, which again, I have to agree. She did a really good job at creating this sense of fear and tension, and I thought she did a really good job. Some critics even went so far as to say it was the best shark film since Jaws. So those are big words, because I mean, when you think of shark films, shark horror films, Jaws is it's the quintessential one, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of other people's opinions too. So for some critics to say that, I thought that was pretty intense. My thoughts on the film: a lean little thriller. So if you're looking for a tight little 90-minute, I don't know if this is actually 90 minutes, but if you're looking for a tight little thriller with a bit of horror elements, there is some scenes with some blood and stuff. It's very well done. It's a tight film. You're not going through all this exposition and just useless scenes. It builds up, the pacing is great. It builds up to the tension relatively quickly. And then the rest of the film is just a survival film. So in that sense, I thought it was really good. I thought Blake Lively was really convincing in the role. It's 86 minutes long. Yeah, so as I've told many of my friends and followers on this channel, I love nothing more than to pop a DVD in or a Blu-ray and press that button that shows you how long the movie is. If it's 85 to 95 minutes long, I'm all in. I'm all in. The soundtrack was, I guess my only nitpick was the theme song in the soundtrack was overused a little bit. It's a cool theme, but it plays over and over and over. I got a little tired of it by the end, to be honest, but minor complaint. I gave this movie a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really fun, really engaging. I generally watch movies in bed, but I think if I watched this in a chair or a couch, I would have been on the edge of it. That's all I'm going to say. It was very fun. You can stream this, you can rent this on Google Play, Amazon Prime, and YouTube. And I see this DVD edition out in the wild quite a bit when I'm thrifting, so probably not going to be a hard movie to find if you really want to watch it. This edition here is just your standard DVD. The disc is very basic. There's nothing too fancy about that puppy. Special features: it has deleted scenes, a feature called How to Build a Shark, Shooting in the Shallows, Finding the Perfect Beach, and When Sharks Attack. And it just dawned on me, I think I talked about this in my thrifting video, but anyway, if you didn't see that video, there you go again. It got just great reviews from people, and high praise comparing it to Jaws. So there you go. This is not in the bargain bin at Walmart with Sharktopus and Megalodon versus Crocosaurus and all that crap. This is a legit film. This is rated 14 for frightening scenes, violence. It's rated 13 in Quebec. It's put out by Columbia Pictures and Sony. Like I said, runtime 86 minutes. Perfect little thriller. This would be a great Saturday night popcorn flick or a Saturday night pizza party with your friends. Really enjoyable. So I can't give it high enough praise. I went in not expecting this to be anywhere near what it turned out for me to be. So highly recommend this. That's my review of The Shallows, starring Blake Lively, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra. So again, if you're looking for a tight little survival horror thriller, this is your jam right up in here, The Shallows. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have. Greetings to my new followers. Greg Hemmings, hello. And to all my other new followers who I don't know personally, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. You can also see this was certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, if that means anything to you. Hit the like button if you like this review. Be sure to go back and check out my other Fright Friday reviews. Every Friday I do a Fright Friday horror film review, and Tuesdays, Cult Movie Tuesdays. This coming Tuesday, Eraserhead. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, so be sure to check out that on Tuesday. I also have a thrifting haul video coming in the coming days anyway, so be sure to check that out. And be sure to leave me a comment if you've seen this movie, what your thoughts are on it. The Shallows, starring Blake Lively. Yeah, that's all for now. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be kind to each other out there. I know it's kind of a weird time with the COVID sort of, is it coming back? I don't know. And I don't know. People are a little on edge, I think. So be kind to one another and respect each other's space. And I'm doing my darndest. But anyway, that's it for now. Take care of yourself. Do something nice for yourself. And if you're a creative person like myself, do something creative today. I was talking to a friend recently. I'm getting a little off topic here, but I was talking to a friend recently about when I make a to-do list, I always put something creative on there, whether it's drawing or writing or collage or anything, photography or anything like that. And I find at the end of the day, the creative thing is the one thing I don't seem to cross off. I do all the other stuff, the laundry, the grocery shopping, the cleaning, the everything. But that one always seems to be left at the bottom. I'm starting to think maybe I should just start with the creative stuff and then do the laundry later in the day. If it doesn't get done, I'll do it the next day. But that's my little side rant anyway. Do something nice for yourself today. Tell your friends and family you love them. And be sure to tune in the coming days for a thrifting video, and also Tuesday on Cult Movie Tuesdays, Eraserhead. I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll see you out thrifting, at the movie store, thrifting store. I don't know. I'll see you around. Peace.